Moisture Lock Waterproofing and Foundation Services. We specialize in crawl space and basement water management systems and foundation repair. So here we are in the crawl space of the homeowner's home to address the issues they're having with the crawl space. As we can see, there's insulation being pulled down. There's condensation forming on the ductwork here, and there's fungi matter and discoloration happening on the floor joists. All these are indications of water intrusion issues as well as high moisture levels in the crawl space, which are causing this to occur. Over here is a crawl space foundation wall, which is having moisture intrusion coming through the foundation, which is also adding to all the levels of moisture we're dealing with in this crawl space. Because we have such a high moisture reading in this crawl, I'm going to show you with my moisture reader what kind of moisture we're dealing with in this wood floor joist. And as you can see, we're above 20% of moisture in the wood, which is conducive to fungi growth and leads to condensation forming on ductwork and also even on insulation, which causes it to pull down and weight it to a point where it falls down on the ground, becoming inadequate and insufficient. So how we address those issues, as you can see, we treated the subfloor with a disinfectant. So to handle the water intrusion problem, we added an interior French drain. And as you can see, it is a 4-inch pipe that's surrounded with washed stone, and it's a trench that is installed all the way around the perimeter of the crawl space with the 4-inch pipe and the stone. This enables the water that's coming through the foundation to have a channel that it can take, and then we gravity discharge it around the foundation and away from the crawl space. In this particular house, we had to use a sump pump that you can see here. A sump pump is a small half-horsepower pump that is put into a plastic basin. The basin is surrounded with holes, weep holes, and then washed stone. The French drain is tied into this plastic basin, and this then becomes the natural low point for the crawl space where all the water is going to want to travel to from the French drain into this plastic basin. The white PVC pipe you see here is the discharge pipe. So water is actually pumped up and then expels it through and away from the crawl space in the home. As you can see, we have a PVC line going outside the foundation, and it's penetrating the foundation wall. And these penetrations allow for water to be able to come through when it's raining. And the proper way to seal one of these penetrations is to excavate from the outside around the penetration, seal around it with a hydraulic cement and a waterproofing membrane. And then we come back on the inside and we'll pack around the penetration as well with a hydraulic cement. This will now keep water from being able to come through the foundation when it's raining. We call our system the Crawlspace seal crawl system. The reason why I refer to it as the Crawlspace system is because everything we use is green, meaning there is no VOCs. Our system actually surpasses European and California standards when it comes to dealing with VOCs. And VOCs are harmful gases that are released from plastics and adhesives. So we have to be really careful when we go into an existing home that we're not introducing a product or products that could be potentially harmful from the homeowners, breathing it into from the crawl space into the house. As you can see, we have a white thick poly liner that is covering the top of the crawl space floor, and this poly liner covers 100% of the crawl space floor. The same Crawlspace white liner that we used on the crawl space floor is also continued onto the interior crawl space foundation walls, and this is done all the way around the entire perimeter of the crawl space walls. Then, as you can see here, we added insulation over top of the liner, and the reason why we added this insulation is to help reduce the airflow that gets in through the mortar joints and the foundation itself. So it gives us an opportunity to control the environment of the crawl space. As you see here, we used a fire-rated insulation to seal the crawlspace vent with. We did the same process throughout all the crawlspace vents. And the reason why we did that was the same reason why we insulated the inside perimeter crawlspace walls. We wanted to reduce the airflow from the outside air being able to get into the crawlspace, so that enables us to have more control of the environment. If you look underneath this metal flashing and above our insulation, you'll see a row of brick. And what this is called is a termite view strip. The reason why we do this is it is in the building code, but it also enables termite companies to come out and look for termite activity in the crawlspace. Now the last thing we need to do to finish this sealed crawlspace is to show you the dehumidifier and how that works. So here's the dehumidifier that we installed. And this helps to eliminate all the moisture in the air, giving us complete control of the environment of the crawlspace. Now let's take a moisture reading, because when we first started working in this crawlspace, the moisture in the wood was over 20%. So let's see how our green space system has helped to reduce the moisture levels. So you can now see how our green space system has significantly reduced the moisture in the wood, creating an environment that is no longer conducive for fungi growth, wood rot, or condensation. If you'd like to learn more about our green space system, please check us out at moisturelock.com. We were happy to help these homeowners with the issues they were experiencing, and we look forward to helping you. Call Moisture Lock, stabilize, enhance, protect your home.